kore mo re latlhilwe mama mo re latlhilwe kore wetsi e ka re ba re tseile ba re latlhela kwana
nikhona njani allocate thina abantu nizosibeka up niyazi ukuthi singabazali sinabantwana bahamba izikolo ziphi ikliniki ziphi ipolice station ziphi
mo pensioneng ke reka sesha ke na le bana a ba bereki ka itsa ka tšhelete go every month ke ne ke ya go clinic e ka tšhelete ga ke na yone.
You can't build the communities where there are no social facilities. It was wrong from the word go.
There's a lot of violations of human rights in our country because of this kind of oversight that eventually a clinic will come, eventually police station will come, eventually. In the meantime, what is the status?
Good evening and welcome to yet another episode of Cutting Edge. My name is Onde Lambana. They were promised a mega project, but residents of Dan Tloome say they are now left with a mega problem. They have the houses, but are still waiting on the basics: schools, healthcare services, and safety. Our producer, Hlengi Wengwenya, looks at why this community feels abandoned.
This is Dan Clome. Situated on the outskirts of Randfontein, it's a place defined by its isolation. Here, hundreds of residents relocated from various parts of Johannesburg were allocated homes far from lives they once knew. The mega project is a government initiative to develop integrated communities. By bridging the gap between residential development and essential social infrastructure, the project aims to do more than just provide housing. Here on the dusty streets of the outskirts of Randfontein, thousands of keys have turned into thousands of new locks. But for the people of Dan Clome, a house is not yet a home. It's an island surrounded by open veld and cut off from the heartbeat of the city. Residents have discovered that while the government provided a wall and a roof, they forgot the life that happens between them. There are no school bells ringing here, no sirens of an ambulance nearby. To learn, the children must leave. To heal, the sick must travel. To work, the poor must spend the little they have just to reach the CBD.
nikhona njani allocate thina abantu nizosibeka up niyazi ukuthi singabazali sinabantwana bahamba izikolo nithi abantwana bazoya njani ezikolweni basiphendula ukuthi leyo izawuza ngemva sazi kanjani ngoba abantwana kuqalwa ngabo impilo yabo kuqala sibuze kaningi ukuthi izikolo ziphi ikliniki ziphi ipolice station ziphi basiphendula ngokuthi iprocess ende into esifuna ugovernment lonto esifuna nemali.
Education is a right enshrined in our constitution, but in Dan Clome, education is a logistical nightmare. Every morning, many children are exported to Mutlakeng, a township 10 kilometers away, because their own megacity doesn't have a single classroom. The only education facility in the area is a primary school located approximately 2.5 kilometers from Dan Tloome. Due to its limited capacity, the school is unable to accommodate the high volume of local students.
Abantwana bethu basafareka zonke izikolo siyasafareka sithulele Muhlakeni Ntswelelo yonke tukisi yonke le ndawo abantwana bethu basokola zizikolo.
As a result, the majority of students in the area rely on transport services provided by the Department of Education to reach their respective schools.
Beke councillor yabona ukuthi yonke abantwana baseDan Clome baphila njani kodwa akatyeki kulandawo ahleli ukuyathi khawuthi ke ndiphakame ndiyobona abantu bawo ndibabuze bakhala ngantoni ndikhona ukuthi ndizakwana njani ubanceda ndiyodibana nomasipala ndihambe ndiyodibana nemeya sithethisane ngale ngxaki evele kuthulekile kuthethu sibona ngokuphuma thina abazali ukuthi siphuma kanjani.
Children as young as 7 brave the biting morning cold gathering on street corners to wait for the buses that ferry them to school, a necessity for many parents facing unemployment and inability to afford private transport.
Abanye abazali abanamali nokuthi mabahambe bathathe bayobhatala itaxi zokuthi abantwana baye esikolweni. Abanye umuntu akhona kana ne10 rand nokuthi angayikhipha athi uthenga isonka ngayo. Kunzima eDan Clome silahliwe.
As a grade 12 student, Orifile cannot afford to miss school. However, when bus services were suspended between late January and beginning of February, she, like many other students, were forced to rely on expensive taxis.
It affects us because we don't always have money for taxi, and we get to school late and then detention and stuff. And then it's just too expensive because not all parents work. So yeah, it's just too much.
She spends a daily return of 34 Rand, totaling an expenditure of 204 Rand per week. Multiply that figure by 4, you have a total of 816 Rand a month. Those unable to afford taxi fares, yet unwilling to miss lessons, are forced to walk long distances to their respective schools or attempt to hitchhike along the main road.
Xa ndingenayo abantwana ndingakaholi ndihamba ngeenyawo. Ndithatha abantwana ukuphuma apha ndiyobabeka eTukisi. Long distance ende kakhulu.
Ngela xesha nanifika nithetha nabantu benifaka kwezi zindlu urhulumente bathi baza nakhela izikolo kwankwenzeka.
Siye e-district ndihambe notata abasebenza eofisini lapha ndayi-district nabo. Basike basixelela ukuthi ndababuza mna ngokwami nikhona njani ukusi-allocate kwindawo eso engena bus engena kliniki engena ntoni. I-district iphendula mna yangixela ukuthi sifeyilwe yi-women settlement. Yiyo i-housing esifeyilileyo ngoba bakufuneka ukuthi baqale ngezo zinto oqala before bezofaka abantu. Kunelizwi elabe balithetha bathi asinadanki ngoba sifumene i-RDP zamahala. Ukuthi ze-RDP zamahala funeka siphile olu hlobo singaphili njengabantu. No. Leyo andizuyivuma mama siphila kabuhlungu. Sibadala xa singaka. Sibadala. I'm 64 years. Ndimane ndibaleka le ndlela nabantwana. Ndisafareka kusebusika kunini neDan Clome iyayazi ndimaphanga bo5 ekseni. Ndijonga abantwana baqabela kakuhle benzani ngelixesha ngolosithathu ndiphuma nabantwana ndihamba apha ezikolweni ndiyojonga abantwana basafe abalwi njonga ne-overload. Andiqashwanga apho. Ivolunteer yam ithando lam lokubonisa ukuzala ukuthi abantwana aba ndiyabadana. Ndifuna abantwana babe ne-future kodwa government yethu yena akayiboni loo nto leyo.
In the 5 years since the families were settled in Dan Tloome, the population has grown significantly. Despite the growth, they still face huge obstacles and the lack of essential infrastructure.
If you have a heart attack here, you pray. If your child has a fever at midnight, you wait for the morning. The promised integrated services have remained on paper while the people continue to suffer.
Akona kliniki arena nexi wa sokola sontle re motlhakeng ro batla dire di kliniking ko tengko na go arena chelete re ka di ma chelete go machonisa go re kliniki.
As an unemployed pensioner, Mebu Tatelo lives on a very tight budget. Every time she falls ill, she's forced to travel kilometers to the Mutlakeng, Randgate and Coxworth clinic. Beyond the physical toll of the trip, the 30 Rand or more taxi fare is a cost she simply cannot afford, making basic health care a luxury rather than a right.
Mo pensioneng ke reka sesha ke na le bana aba bereki ba ebo ka itsa ka tšhelete every month ke ne ke ya go clinic e ga tšhelete ke na yone ka ba re thuse ba re letse clinic re tsamaye di clinic mona mo Dan Clome go tlogele go ya go kgakala go rente go motlhake go kgakala go motlhakeng kgakala go kokso le go Randgate go kgakala.
Ba bang a bana tšhelete ba tlo emela gore di-grant di tle ba kgone go kalama ba ye kwa kontshong ko motlhakeng ba bang ba ye leratong ba tswa mo ka bo ma5 ba tsamaye ba lo kalama ba ye leratong wa nasana gore if maybe police station or clinic ke be e le teng mo ba tloela go etsa dintlo tse di ngata-ngata tse se leng gore di a nnela tse bodileng tse o sa tsebe na go etsagalang ka tsone nkebe e le gore ba batlile space se e leng gore ba tlo batla police station ba beya police station mo ba beya le clinic gona anong le yona clinic e ba e tlisang e tla ka nako ya teng maybe e tla Monday sometimes e tla Thursday kore e tla high rata kore ba iketsetsa kore mo re latlhilwe mama mo re latlhilwe kore o itse e ka re ba re tseile ba re latlhela kwale.
The facility she mentioned is a mobile clinic intended to serve the community in the interim. However, during our week of filming in the area, we saw no evidence of it.
If motho a le metsi or moimana tlamele gore a kreye ngwana tlamele re mathe re nke dikoloi tsa batho re hire dikoloi re mathe re kuksota re fitla go kuksota go kwetswe tlamele re mathe re go mohlakeng wa understand dilo tsotlhe ne re di expectile before re ka ra fitla mo Dan Clome wa understand so re latlhetswe fela mo Dan Clome re latlhetswe go re ntwe ngwe le ngwe go re kreye tlamele re bitse pele media before media o tla gona sepe se lokang so I mean a se bophelo ntho e wa understand mama a se bophelo at all.
While residents are deeply grateful for their new homes, they maintain that life remains a significant challenge in the absence of basic social services.
Re kopa police station re kopa clinic ke tsona dintho tse important because of police station ha ile teng ke tshepa gore di gangsters di tlo fela and ha clinic ile teng ha motho a le metsi re tlo gona go monka re mo rashisetsa mo clinicing a kere so ha di seyo re tlo etsa yang gona le batho ba kulang gona le bana ba disable gona le bonkgono e leng gore ha ba gone gore ba ka ikisa wa ntlhaloganya gona ke batla gore ke yona ntho le gore a ikopa go kopa clinic like abaneng but re kopa clinic before 2030 e tla re kopa clinic e be selemo mo Dan Clome le gona re batho le rona re tshwana le bona re batho re kopa clinic le maponesa ba beteng.
If they are lucky, a mobile clinic will come. But more often, you have to go far, another 5-10 kilometers to the nearest clinic or hospital. And we know what the impact is. Okay. So you have, therefore, create this community that is not enjoying what we call, and what the white paper says, it's a sustainable human settlement. Okay. Because when you don't enjoy that, somehow people feel that their rights that are enshrined in the Constitution are being violated.
Representing Plan Act, an NPO dedicated to empowering marginalized communities to engage effectively with government, Mike Makwela highlights that the government has yet to deliver a truly successful integrated development project.
We're not there yet. We're not building integrated human settlements. We're not yet there. Okay. The only way that you see those things happen is when people put a lot of pressure to government. It shouldn't be that way. Our piece of legislations are very clear. As we begin to build this housing settlement, it's important to bring these amenities. And you can only do that when there's improved coordination and relationships and partnership between the spheres of government and different departments. And the people have to wait 5-10 years for amenities to start coming. It doesn't make sense. In fact, you don't even wait for that. It's people who will take to the streets, litigate, and force the municipality to say, we want a library, we want a clinic, we want a school, etc.
Are these amenities being treated as secondary considerations? Or is the government simply viewing integrated development projects as a compliance-driven box-ticking exercise rather than a genuine effort to create habitable environments?
I guess it's easy to count the number of houses. You know, you can build 250,000. You can count them. It's not easy to talk about environmental issues. It's not easy to talk about a park in an informal settlement or even in a newly established area. You don't get votes. It's not fashionable. But of course, you can say, so many people have been housed. That makes much more sense. So the issue of integrated human settlements, we really have to revisit it. And I'm hoping that the new white paper will begin to guide us and the regulations so that deliberately and consciously we create real integrated human settlements, not far from the cities, not far from economic opportunities. So there's a lot of violations of human rights in our country because of this kind of oversights that eventually a clinic will come, eventually police station will come, eventually. In the meantime, what is the status?
As the primary funder and oversight body for the Dan Tloome mega housing projects, the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements is a central stakeholder in this development. However, the department did not respond to the request of an interview by the time of broadcast. In their absence, we spoke with the executive mayor of the Rand West City local municipality to gain further insight.
When families were moved to Dan Tloome in 2021, they arrived to a harsh reality that the area lacked essential infrastructure.
Because you are quite correct. We've been there several times ourselves. We've picked up that we have built a township that have got a number of residents that then struggles to reach social amenities like your clinics, your police stations, and your facilities of education.
Why was it then allowed for people to be allocated in an area where there are no social amenities?
All of us, we must have an appreciation that our people need human settlement. And the unfortunate part is that once houses have been built, a majority of our people, they really don't consider the issue of social amenities at the time when they need houses. It's just so unfortunate because in normal circumstances, before anything can happen, one needs to really consider issues that are related to if I move to an area where my kids will go in terms of issues of schooling and so on and so forth. But once you are desperate and you really are looking for a roof over your head, you don't consider those things. You'll only consider them once you are there.
Yes, they need houses. Yes, they need a better place to stay. They want to be out of the shacks. But then when you're moving them, you know that you are moving them. You are moving families. You're not moving an individual. So then how do you then start building homes and not your schools, your clinics, and your police stations?
What I can say it might have lacked from us as government is an issue that is related to monitoring and evaluation. Because we are supposed to really monitor whether the developer is building as per approved plans, whether they made sure that social amenities are being built in that area, not only to build houses for our people. And I will never, even in my wildest dream, to say government takes advantage of our own people. We have an appreciation that our people need shelter. But like I've said, shelter must also go with social amenities. It's very important so that our people can have an appreciation that the kids can walk from their house to the schools. If there are issues that are related to health, they can be assisted. Issues that are related to their own safety, especially in relation to visible policing and so on. But I will not say we need to blame one partner. I think all of us, we need to take full responsibility for what the people of Dan Tloome will have went through.
Kunelizwi elabe balithetha bathi asina danki ngoba sifumene i-RDP zamahhala. Ukuthi ze-RDP zamahhala funeka siphile oluhlobo singaphili njengabantu. No. Leyo andizuyivuma mama, siphila kabuhlungu.
And this poor coordination, as I say, it's creating a bit of a problem. Okay, we can do better as a country to coordinate, to talk. The piece of legislation is there. Constitution says there must be coordination. So we are not short of legislation. We are short of implementation.
11 hectares are set aside for social amenities. What is the official schedule for this project, and when will the actual building work start?
We are doing everything in our power to correct our own mistakes. We have engaged other stakeholders, especially in relation to the Gauteng Department of Human Settlement, and that is why we have attended to the issue of the public transport in that area. We are also making sure that we are prioritizing the issue of social amenities in that space, because I'm in full agreement with them. You can't build communities where there are no social facilities. It was wrong from the word go, and we need to correct that moving forward. Need to prioritize making sure that government attend to issues of their social needs, especially as it relates to building of schools, building of clinics, but it will also depend on the affordability. But the affordability cannot be an obstacle as to us servicing our own people.
Like abaning but re kopa clinic before 2038 la re kopa clinic e be selemo mo Dan Tloome le rona re batho le rona re tshwana le bona re batho re kopa clinic le maponesa
re kopa ba boele ba dietse ba ska re promise fela ba fetse ba re tlogela fela na ba re bitla fela go le fela ya ke yone ntho e re bolai because le gwana re ya ditlhopong ba expecta go rona re etseng re ya go ditlhopong ba batla re ba vote officially we want to vote gore re ne le a better changes but da re fetsa ba re phuaganya fela so ra kopa gore ba tle ba re gopolele gore re batho ba bone ba sa re tlogela ya.
While the exact timeline for these amenities remains unconfirmed, the mayor has pledged to establish interim arrangements for a clinic and a police station.
I'm surprised that the health professionals who are being allocated to run the mobile clinic, they don't follow the schedule. I will raise it up with the MEC because they must be there on a daily basis. Depending on the availability of, obviously, resources. Issues that are related to the police station, we have held a number of discussions with the current district commissioner of police in relation to us looking at the possibilities of putting a satellite police station whilst we are looking at building a fully fledged police station.
The executive mayor of Rand West Local Municipality has set a 6-month deadline to deliver interim social amenities, specifically a clinic and a police station. While the promise has been made, we remain optimistic to see if these promises will be fulfilled. And that brings us to the end of tonight's episode. Remember, if you missed it, you can catch the repeat on Wednesday at 14:30 on SABC 1, SABC Plus, SABC News Channel 404. And for more on what's coming up on Cutting Edge, you can listen to the following radio current affairs programs on Tuesdays. Apanapaya on Umhlobo Wenene FM, True News at 6 on True FM, Zibuya Nabazumi on Ikwekwezi FM. You can also catch us on SABC Lehigh on Tuesdays at 9:20 in the morning. From me and the producers of the show, good night.